Welcome to Fox Stories. This story I would like to tell is called The Basket Story. It's about a little adventure I had, or experience if you want to call it. I have always been looking for something, and this search would take me to many places. Every time I thought I might get close to what I was looking for, my whole world seemed to fall apart. I wanted to know more about life. I searched for teachers high and low. I went to the library, checked out I don't know how many books. It's one of my favorite places to hang out. Then when the internet came along, wow, a whole new world was opened up to me. I'm still trying to figure out how to use this internet. Still not really good at it. Like I said, I'm not an expert at anything. I try a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I like to see what happens. But anyways, I was in a constant search for teachers, trying to learn as much as I can about life. You could call it an addiction. One day I met this very strange but very strong person, and I wanted to be just like her. I asked her to be my teacher. She agreed. I did not know what I was in for, that is for sure. My first lesson with her was a very simple but a very powerful one. She sat me down. She sized me up. She knew I was so full of myself. At the time, I thought I knew a lot. She had a pile of rocks. She also had a basket, and she asked me, "What do I believe about life?" Then I was to name each rock with my beliefs, then fill this basket up with those rocks. I really thought I knew a lot back then. Love, God, peace, joy, justice, happiness were just some of the names I gave my rocks. There were so many rocks. I do not even remember all the names for them. My basket was full. And for the next few days, good thing I had a few days off from work. That would be kind of funny carrying rocks around with you when you went to work. Anyways, I carried the basket around while I was at home, trying to do my normal chores. My basket was a little bit heavy, and my arms started to get sore. So did my back. So did my neck. And I was pretty worn out at the end of the day. This basket, it just seemed to get in the way with anything and everything that I was doing. Finally, my teacher sat me down. She said, "Let me see your basket." I showed her my basket. She asked, "How can you know more? Your basket is full. There's no more room." I said, "But I want to know more." Then she said, "Well, you're going to have to dump out your basket before you can know any more, because as far as I can see, you're carrying around a bunch of borrowed knowledge." I had this puzzled look on my face. I asked, "Borrowed knowledge?" "Yeah," she said to me. "Just because you read a book doesn't mean you know something. And it looks to me you know nothing." I did not take kindly to what she was saying, and I wanted to argue with her, so I did. "Hey, these are my rocks, and I earned them. I have studied, I've read books, I've been to places, I've done things. How dare she say this is all borrowed knowledge, whatever the heck that means?" The truth was, I was afraid to do it, because what if she was right? I did not understand what she was really getting at the time, and I did not like to be wrong back then, and I wanted it to be just like my teacher. So I was in a position, and she'd also told me the one thing I was afraid to look at in life would end up ruling my life. That to me, someone having rule over my life, just didn't work for me. So that's where I was, afraid to dump out my basket. So I took a deep breath, and I dumped out my basket. I said, "Now what?" She said, "From now on, only carry a few rocks, and once you know they are true, you don't have to carry the rock anymore. Give it to somebody else." I asked, "How will I know if it's true?" She said, "Your experience will tell you if it's true or not." She ended the lesson by giving me a very special rock. It was named I Can Only Be Me. That was a very powerful rock. I had to carry it for a long time. In time, I knew this would be true. And I had to carry other rocks along with it for a while because I did not know how many rocks or beliefs I had about myself that were not true. And letting go of those rocks that were not true at times was hard. Eventually, I was able to carry just like one or two rocks at a time. And that very special rock I was able to give to somebody else. I remember what she said to me that day when she gave me that rock. And I still remind myself to this day, carrying an empty basket is a lot easier than carrying a full one. Hey? She also told me I could never be like her, that I could only be me. The end. That's it for today. Fox One Gal, over and out. Until next time.